Yo, yo, yo! Just kidding. That's for Jimmy only, but we'll continue.
No, I definitely was about to do that as well. Welcome everybody to first video in, I don't know, 6 months. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We're doing a bunch of profiles for Nick and I. Topped Gen Con Online on Sunday this past weekend. So we're gonna do mine first, and then you'll get Nick's third place probably the day after. Um, Jay's here too, so Jay can provide his commentary and questions if he wants.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, so I guess I'll get started. Nick, I don't know how you want to do this. If you want to ask questions or anything, you have my list or not, or I can just like explain it. But
I don't think you posted your list, but or is it in?
it's definitely in Dex. But
Oh, there we go. Cool, cool, cool.
okay,
Um, why don't you just start out with kind of what you played against today, and then we can get into
all
the
right.
list.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, it was 7 rounds today. I went 5-2, finished 14th. I played set one Frieza round one, which I lost. I beat Green Gohan. I beat Bulma, Pan, two set two Vegetos, and then I lost in the finals to Oob Mill, which got fourth. So that was pretty spicy. Um,
That's pretty spicy.
but yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah, and then what was the tournament today?
it was the I just said it was the Gen Con online, like
Never
the
got online.
Sunday regional or whatever. So
Yeah, we're webcam scrubs.
super professional
Speak for
video
yourself there,
quality.
bucko.
Yeah, everybody. Jay was crushing it this weekend.
He did.
I did all right.
Hell yeah. But we'll go ahead. I guess I'll explain a little bit. I played Expert 21. It's like the hand control loop deck. Um,
Hmm.
Front side of lead, attack draw. You awaken at 6, blue green energy, untap draw. Backside, can't play anything 6 or more, which you don't run, so that's a non-issue. If you sack one of your energy, she draws you a card at the start of your opponent's next main phase. She untaps a blue green. So you can do that on your turn, and you can do that on your opponent's turn. So you can untap two. Um, the main reason the deck is any good anymore is you run 4 Trading Places, 4 Zamasu, and 4 Android 17 Key Channeler. These are the ways you gain advantage and you trigger your leader. Um, so the reason the deck is good now is we got the promo Trading Places. Basically, it's a
Hmm.
way to trigger your leader on your opponent's turn. When you combo with it, you sack an energy, pick up a blue green, put down an energy, and when because she sacks an energy, it triggers the leader to draw you one on your opponent's turn, and then you'll untap a second energy on their next main phase. So it carries all the way over through their turn, through your turn, into their next turn.
Yeah, so with the unison, you basically got to draw 3 cards a
Right,
turn.
exactly. So the Unison Zamasu basically all you're having it for. It's a 19k blocker that when you sack an energy, it restands, draws a card, and pluses a marker. So you can do that once your turn, once your opponent's turn. So it's basically a 19 dual attacker, 19k double blocker. But he came out in I forget, it was some expansion pack. I forget which one it was. I think it had like the
No,
Goku Black and stuff in it. Like
no,
with the
I think it's an anniversary box actually.
Okay, it was the most recent anniversary box then, but I forget who it was that initially started playing this deck with this in it. But this is kind of how it brought it to the forefront. Um, and then you also run 4 Key Channeler. He's like the main way I sack energy every turn.
Hmm.
Charge him. He comes untapped if you have 5 or more life. He has Barrier, which is great because he just can never be dealt with. So you pay a blue, play him from energy. It counts as sacking on that turn because he pays and puts himself in drop, so it triggers Zamasu and triggers leader. And then every other turn after that, you just sack an energy, and you can remove up to 1 unison marker. So that's just sack an energy. They all have a unison, doesn't matter. It's up to trigger this, and then he just sits there. Um, so main engine, main reasons to play the deck. You run
Yeah.
4 of each. And then we loop Bionic Blitz, just combo bottom deck, your opponent bottom decks one. That's the hand control aspect. And other ways to get them back, to like loop them, is 4 speed sub 4 Roshi was it Mastery Majesty? Um, so this can also pick it back up, because when she sacks, she picks one up, puts one down. So you have 4, 8, 12 ways to get the super combos back. So you run 16 super combos. Um, everyone knows what speedy sub does. You just add a blue green, and then you can bounce one back, put one down. And the Roshi,
Hmm.
you combo with it, bounce one, the multicolor, put a card down. Um, they don't trigger leader, but I mean, 16 super combos. So
Pretty good.
yeah, Secret Rare 21. It's the only like battle card secret rare that you can run, I think, because it counts as a 4 cost when you play it. So you can't play a 6 or higher, so you can't play Hatch, you can't play Cooler, you can't play Supreme Kai or Pan. I guess you could play Pan. Pan's technically 4, 2, or 0 if you want. But just gaining 2 life is just insane. There was a lot of games where I was like on 5 or 6 life the whole time, and it just like I just was never dying. The rest of like the androids support 2 Hell's Ultimate Weapon, 3 Bad Omen, 4 Measureless Strength. He comes in untapped all the time, which is great. Pay 7, play these cards. Crits of Life. She's actually top 5 searcher for a blue android, which is really nuts because you can grab Speedy Sub, which grabs more shit. You can grab Trading Places, which triggers you, your leader. You can grab super combos. And then if you want to, she's a 25k crit that you can arrival in and deal with battle cards and stuff. You could argue running more of this. 4 is a mandatory of this. 2, 3, I was citing this out a lot. Like the third copy, I was citing that out a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say 2 is probably fine from what I've seen from it.
There were definitely
it's more of a gotcha card than anything.
Yeah, well, so there was definitely like I lost a set 1 freezer round 1 because I tapped 7 into 2 open energy and he bloodlusted it, and I just wasn't paying attention. But what I could have done there, I was at 8 energy at that point. I could have just paid for, played a Bad Omen, crit his life, swung with literally anything, combo this off, recycle it, and then like do that every turn and just kill him that way instead of trying to like all in on that, get blown out, and then he coolered me on the next turn, and then I think I lost in time at that point. But like playing into the Bloodlust just like ruined that matchup for me, so like I messed up there. But
tragic.
Yeah. So defensive stuff: 3 Defending Friends, 3 D Magic, 3 Bean, and then 4 Kusu. Floodgate, you have to. I feel like you have to run this if you're blue. At least 3. 4th is in the side. Just really good. 3 D Magic. 3's fine. You could do 4. Like I've seen people run 4, but like they run the 1 drop with barrier that stops this. It just doesn't feel good. So like 3, I think is okay. 3 Bean, I think also is fine. Sometimes you want to untap. A lot of the time, like she's untapping too, so it's fine. But there are times where you can be like Bionic Blitz, Bean to 3, Measureless Strength, get them. And then 4 Kusu. Kusu is great. She's more hand control, counterplay, gets rid of stuff. A blue-green that you can put back down if like because all your like your Roshis, your Speedy Subs, your Trading Places have to pick up Arrested Energy. So if you pick up Hell's Weapon or the Key Channeler or Measureless Strength that play untapped, you can pick those up, put this down, so you're not charging an energy exhaust card. So that's really nice. Easy side out. She's just really good. And then I don't think anybody's played this yet in the deck, but this card is insane. Pilaf, Shu, Mai, Cunning Trio. New promo out of the most recent set of tournament packs. It's a counterattack, but it doesn't negate the attack. So it's like the old set 2 Pilaf. It draws you a card on play, so it's already better than the old Pilaf, and it still negates one of the keyword skills of cards. So like I did this against a Vegito for triple, like got rid of the triple strike. I did this to like remove barrier, like stuff like that. He also has an active battle. Place one of their 0 cost combo cards from their opponent's combo area at the bottom of their deck. So turn 1, I play this against set 2 Vegito. They swing, they combo with 1 card because they're gonna combo with the 1, play the 1 drop and awaken. And this is already on field, so I active battle, bottom deck that, and so they don't get the 1, don't get the Z, can't awaken, and they're at like 4 cards in hand until they flip, which is like in 2 more turns because they have to deal with this and then also combo out more cards. So
yeah, they got to combo twice.
yeah, I wish I had. I thought I had 4 of these, but I couldn't find the 4th. So this would definitely this would be a 4. I would do 2 Bad Omen main, 4 of this, but I couldn't find the 4th, so I had to do 3 Bad Omen. Like throughout the day, like deck, like 50 cards, deck felt really good. Very a very defensive deck. Like if you don't know how to play around the deck's like defensive capabilities, it's very good. Like because like if you swing 25, I could easily with 1 card in hand, I can like Trading Places, pick up a super combo, and then use that super combo for 30. So like you have to figure out what they have in hand, like know what they have in hand to like swing at certain numbers to make them have to combo more than they need to. Z decks, I guess pretty standard. 1 surrounding, 1 of the In the Name of Peace 2 drop. He's insane in this deck. I love this card so much because like a lot of the time they won't swing at you, or if they do, they just leave you at 7. So you can just play this, and they're not going to counterplay it, and you'll take the life to 6 and awaken.
Question.
Sure.
Why not run the Giro? Doesn't it do the same?
I don't have one. I didn't show up for the pre-releases. I didn't have one.
Ah,
So like
okay.
you can run. So I guess so like you can run the Giro. That way the Giro can't be dealt with.
Mhm.
But the problem is you have to bottom deck a green card. So like a lot of the cards you're bottom decking, you like actually want in your hand. So like literally all the blue
Yeah.
green stuff is what you want in your hand. So like your super combos, your secret rares, your measures, like you want all this stuff in your hand. So like you can run the card if you want, but he's nice because you could bottom deck anything.
Yeah, true. You run a more blue list, so
Yeah,
makes sense.
exactly. Right, exactly. There's a lot more mono blues in it here, so like, I think he's like if they like again if they wanted to like T blow this card, like that's fine, and then like they have to have a second one if I play it, like for them to then play this, right? Like they have two to keep me from awakening, and then I even side deck more awakening, so like even if they T blow these, like I can still awaken, so like it's fine. And then he's also Z card for Android 17. Like they just you slam him, and then he just sits there forever because they don't want to deal with it. And then he's just your Z card for your Android 7, your defending friends. So like, I think MVP of the Z deck, which is really funny because like he's whatever. Didn't play her too much actually. Like you can play her on 2 against like red and stuff, and like it's fine. Like I went first a lot today, so like it was really good to be like turn 2, play this, awaken, key channeler, untap 1, ramp, and like I was never in danger. If you go second, it's a lot harder. So like only the 1 is fine. 1 Beerus, Z stacked a lot. It's fine. Cell's pretty good. 2 of the 4 drop. That's like the main 21 you want to play, and then 5 drop Vegito. Can Z stack it? Can play it. It's other hand control. He's also good hand control because he's crit. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like 2 4 drop is I think mandatory, and then like I think this is just like a standardly fine. Like you can run. I don't know. I've seen people side this and put the 2 drop Goku in, which I think is, I mean, I guess is fine. I think people had like 10 cards in hand against me the whole day, so like it wouldn't have done anything. But you can do that. That's fine. I don't know. Side deck's a little scuffed. I did have like some theory behind stuff. So like defending friends, Mifubas, like Super Kamehameha or Goku's deflection Kamehamehas. That's like.
Yeah. That card's really good in blue.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Mifuba. Yeah. This one's great. It's good against like Pan because it stops their 4 drop. Mifuba's actually a fantastic card right now. 8 drop Goku Gohan. You just Mifuba it and it doesn't crit your life. And then the 4th defending friends is just like more floodgate. The one for like my 21 side, 1 Jiren. I don't know where everything's just going crazy. 1 Jiren, 3 Desperate, 2 Cunning. I didn't play against a single 21 or a mirror match. I played against 1 blue deck all day. So, like, this came in against the Oob Mill because I had no idea what was going on. This never came in. This never came in. This should have come in. It's like this and these should have came in against Oob, and I think it would have been fine. But I didn't know what was going on, so they didn't come in. But this was just for... Because set 20 is, like, really hard for the deck, so... There's that.
Yeah, fair.
And then Self-Awakening. It's pay 2, take a life, but play itself. It can't be stopped by counterplay, and it's kind of cool because you can, if it sits on board, you can sack. It's like the Key Channeler where you sack an energy and you can KO one of their battle cards. And then 2 Majin Buu, Unadulterated Destruction. These cards are really cool against the Bulma deck because like he plays his board, he doesn't awaken you. Like this awakens you and clears board. This clears board and discards cards. Like yeah, they can Bulma off of this, but like. It wipes like 4 or 5 cards, so I don't know what's going on with my. Oh,
Whoa, that went crazy.
that's right. There we go. That's gonna stay in the video because I don't know how to edit. So.
Absolutely keep it. That's fine.
Hell yeah. But yeah, this was fine. I mean, it served
So
its
what
purpose.
what was your most like underrated card
In my 65? Underrated or like sleeper that like this is definitely like MVP like sleeper overperformed card. Kusu's pretty good. I don't know, like the whole deck is really good. Like you just want to see all your stuff. Bad Omens are fine. Like Measureless Strength is really good.
Yeah. What would you say underperformed today?
Underperform. I mean my side deck, like this stuff.
Is that just because you didn't see those matchups though?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see any 21 matchups, so like this stuff just like didn't do anything. But like,
you got a side.
like literally besides these, everything else in my side deck came in, which was nice. Like I use these multiple times. Like, this is actually decent against, like, Pan, too. Like, if they secret rare you, you can Mifub it. It's not great, you wouldn't want to do that, but, like, Defender of Life, you can Mifub it, because then it doesn't get the dual attack, and it's a 40k, so, like, it's just stopping that. It's funny, Pilaf actually was really strong against Vegito, because you can negate Quad Strike and then block with Zamasu, or, like, just take the 1 damage, and then it's fine. And it forces them to, like, pick that versus, like, a Defending Friends or whatever. So yeah, I would say, I don't know, maybe side deck would be changed a little bit. 4th Pilaf in the main. But yeah, I think overall, you know, I think this is the deck I've tested the most recently, considering I've played some garbage at regionals, and I've done the best with it in not even just regular tournaments, but like.
Well, it's awesome. Congrats, man. Good job.
Yeah, man. And we get to do yours now, and it's going to be amazing. So
Hold on, I have questions.
All right.
Do you think that this deck is toxic in totality? Just being able to loop the super combos?
I mean, like, we have already seen a super combo loop get hit, that was like 1 card could do it. This deck, you need, like, yeah, you have multiple ways to do it. So like, where am I? I don't even know where all my cards are. So like, you have 1. So like, that's your way of getting it. Like, back from energy is your 1 card combo. This one's kind of fine, but like, you
16 combo.
So you use this, right? But then you have to use something else to get it back into your energy. So it's like a 2 or 3 step process to get it back and loop it. And a lot of the time
it's toxic.
I mean, you can probably say
just agree with me. Okay.
I think the only time people were at less than like 7 or 8 cards against me today were like the set 2 Vegetos, because they just like didn't get to play the game. Oh my god.
The webcam is crazy.
It's
the connection.
The cord, yeah.
We better learn how to edit, boys.
Edit, yeah. I can double check it, but whatever.
We're gonna outsource it to Trevor. Shout out Trevor.
Shout out Broken TCG. Go check him out. Like, follow, subscribe. But yeah,
okay. Another question for you. Did you know that the leader auto, being able to do it on both players' turns, you can actually stack those effects and untap 2 at the start of your opponent's main phase?
That's what I literally said that when I was talking about trading places.
Did you? Okay,
you weren't
perfect.
paying attention, so.
You weren't listening.
Yeah, imagine that. Hey, you know what?
I think this is. I don't quote me on this, but I think this is the only way you can trigger that effect on your opponent's turn. Because I don't know if there. I don't know of anything else that sacks an energy. Sacks an energy like that.
Well, I'll say this: there were players of this deck who were avid in playing this deck that did not know that you could stack those effects. So, shout out to that guy.
That's the whole point of.
Hashtag shade. All the shade.
Hashtag Kush.
Hashtag shade, bro. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The deck's fun. I've been enjoying it. There's a lot of thinking to do, and I think it takes a while to close out games, but it does it pretty well. So.
How big was your list? 50?
50, yeah, and I got milled out to the card by Oob, so that's true.
Why 50 though?
I don't know.
Why not 52, 54? Especially giving you a little bit more flexibility in this side. Is that something you considered?
I mean, so yeah, yes. So I will say, like, I got this. The start of the list was Big O notation. I got that from him. Like, I built it card for card and played it, and it was really good. And I just never wanted to go above 50. And I've been testing 50 count decks for the past like month or so, and they felt really good. So I haven't gone above 50 since I've been doing that. So it's just like my preference. You could certainly add 2 cards. I don't know what 2 you'd want to add, since you're maxed out on a lot of stuff anyway. And you're limited with what like, you can't play Turning the Tide, you can't play Gohan Rare. I mean, you can play Gohan Rare, but you are only comboing with it, and you can't play Oob. So like, 3 of Blue's like best cards right now, you can't play in the leader, which I guess is fine. Like, I didn't miss them at all today, so
I agree.
But yeah, there's like not much you'd run more than I think. You could maybe run more unisons, because like if you swing into the unison a lot against this deck, like, it has a hard time triggering on your opponent's turn. So like, you could run like a couple of King Vegetas. I had sided them for a little bit and then took them out again. So like,
What about hit unison? Do you think about that for like the Andrew 21 match, or you
I
just beat that?
I don't know. Like I said, I have never like no one at my locals plays 21. No one on the team plays 21. I haven't really tested the deck against set 2021. So like my side is literally all theory about like how I play the deck and like how I know like to try and stop it. Like keep the 8-drop off board and like keep them from ramping and like if they turning the tide. So um so like yeah, you could run hit unison. Maybe it's like a 2 or 3 of for that matchup.
Yeah.
Um but I think you have to be careful because I think 21s are starting to run the Goku counterplay from Gohan, which would then just clear the unison immediately. So you'd have to play it for 3 instead of 2. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. But yeah, you could do hit. You could do like fourth E magic, fourth bean. I mean, I've seen people run Fused Deity
Fourth
Zamasu, which is
17.
fine.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But
Any
I think
thoughts on that?
I think that's a little greedy because like you're a hand control deck, but like your hand control is bottom decking. Like this, like that bottom decks. Where's Kusu? Kusu bottom decks, measureless strength bottom decks, and it's crit. So your hand control is either bottom decking cards from hand or critting them.
Okay. To that point though, it gives you an ability to clear a battle card, and they're going to pitch, and most decks aren't going to be siding like Deborah against you or whatever, hand control hate. So
No, true.
maybe in the future, would you consider the Zamasu?
You can make those as your your 2. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
fine. I think they're fine against other blue decks. I don't think they're good against yellow. They're not good against
Current
yellow at all.
currently not good against yellow because ultimate
No,
duo, but
no.
Right.
So you'd have to know like, all right, those two. So like, I think it would be like 2 Zamasus are in main, and then they immediately come out for 2 Kamehamehas for yellow because this is really good against yellow right now. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
I agree.
so yeah, I think
All right,
that's
that was all the
fine.
questions that I had.
Sure.
All right, turn it off now. Your time is over.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. All right, everybody, like, comment, subscribe. This will probably go up first since it's the shittier deck profile. We'll do next his third place. Stick around for that tomorrow. We'll see you then.